AfterBuzzers, welcome to AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. We're talking My Hero Academia episodes 21 through 25. It's the end of the first semester. It's kind of weird because school's starting around here, but man, that season finale. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
As all we can sing along to the sounds, right? Yeah, totally. Welcome to AfterBuzz Anime Reviews. We're talking My Hero Academia episodes 21 through 25, which wraps up season 2. It's over for now. My name's Kari Lane, and I'm joined by my amazing panel.
Veronica! Sorry, they caught me off guard.
How's that going now?
I think that's fine. This way. Hey guys, it's Jaimi.
Hey guys, it's Oliver Drennan.
All right, what do we think of season 2 finale? And we're only at season 2, so please no spoilers about season 3. We just finished season 2, we're only talking about that. Initial impressions of the end of season 2.
That was like the biggest cliffhanger ever. Like, I'm really excited for what's to come. And the movie is gonna be, detailing after that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for the movie.
I thought it was interesting because I thought the episode right before the last one was a bigger bang to end off on, but the actual last episode was the right setup for the next season. So like it worked out in both ways.
Yeah, it was funny because it was kind of like an extra episode in a sense.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited because we have so many hero characters. Give me the League of Villains.
Yes.
I'm ready. We got the crazies already coming out. And oh my
Yes.
gosh. But it was also crazy just in this episode. So we'll talk about like seeing some of the class fail.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad. So I'm wondering where that's going to go.
Yes.
And new quirks too. I felt like we learned new quirks like from other characters that we already knew, and just new heroes that we're learning. So I was like, all right.
So episode 21, gear up for our final exams. They had that kind of thing at the very beginning. There's been a lot of moments where there's little tidbits, but then they represent something else. So at the beginning, it's Midnight Mount Lady, and they're talking about, the sexiness for heroes. But it's Midnight points out that, some quirks, you need your skin exposed, or mobility. And I'm like, is this a tidbit for something later too? Because it seems important, because Momo, she needs more skin available to her, so having skin exposed makes sense. So we got the practical and regular exam. How much did we love the, hey, you want to teach us and have study session, guys?
That was cute.
I loved it.
That was cute, and I just love how excited she was. They're like, "Is she humble bragging right now?" And I'm like, Then you realize, like, okay, this girl clearly has money, so
Yes.
I was excited to kind of like see how she lives, and yeah.
Yeah, I think since she was so genuine, though, I think
Yeah, it was
I don't
cute.
think she was quite bragging. That's why everyone's like,
Like,
that's all right, you're adorable.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah, that's why I think, I thought she genuinely wanted to help, and I enjoyed that she liked helping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then they kind of have they also have some study montages, which is interesting of who pairs up with who studies on their own. Bakugo is even helping, which you're like, what?
Yeah. Like major
Very
side eye.
effective method.
Probably. Yes. Then they have the kind of another little side note, but Monama, the copy quirk kid from class B, he confronts Deku and is kind of like, yeah, you guys just attract bad things. And I'm like, are you foreshadowing as well more? Or are you just being a jerk? Do we think he's foreshadowing more bad stuff happening?
I felt like he was just being a jerk. It was just like, he's playing the blonde, like he's the blonde jerk besides Bakugo.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the other one. Now they need
Number
to fight
2.
each other. Yes.
Yeah.
So that practical exam, I think it was hilarious. They're like, yeah, it's totally gonna be robots. Just kidding.
Not at all.
But it made absolute sense because they're like, okay, villains, we need these kids to actually fight, like, for realsies and get stronger fast, because that's the only way they're going to be safe. And I like that there were more teachers present, because the last, teacher meeting, it's like, 1,
Where are
2,
they at?
3.
That's it? Where's everybody?
I'm so happy the principal was there.
Oh
I
god.
love him.
When he popped
wild.
up out of nowhere, but he's so adorable. He's so cute.
An eraser's little scarf thing. So then they have the 2 on a teacher, so then that's cool. So it's not just by yourself. And then they have the weights to slow them down a little bit, though, for Aizawa, that does absolutely nothing.
Nah.
And how much do we love the pairing of Deku and Bakugo together? Like,
That was, come on. Like, of course that would happen.
Yeah.
But I understand the pairings. They were being very strategic and like which okay, you're going to be with this person because you both, one has a strength, whereas the other one has a weakness.
Yes.
Where that one has a strength, the other one has a weakness. So it's kind of balanced. And also the teacher, like, they have a certain quirk where they can kind of, like, fight off the teacher if they do it right. But it was also, I kind of wish, like, it was a little, like, unfair a little bit, because some of the teachers are, like, more, like, they seem more powerful than some of the other teachers. So I don't know. So, like, I feel like what would happen if Bakugo and Deku didn't have All Might? I mean, obviously they're gonna have All Might, but what if they had a different teacher? How would that would have worked out? But I don't know.
See, I almost thought some of the exams were kind of easy, I guess, for lack of a better word, because it's like when Uraraka was going up at her exam, it's like, 13 is not gonna suck you in, you know?
Exactly.
It's like, you could, if you did that, of course you might have the upper hand, because if this was a real villain, yeah, you would be in trouble, but it's your teacher, and she's not gonna harm you like that.
Right.
It's both, and I think the teachers take into account that, like, it isn't all out. Because it's more, which we learn later, is it's really studying what weaknesses the students have and how they address those, not necessarily how they literally fight. Quick thing, kind of rewind. So you weren't here when we talked about the principal. Starcloak goes, so now we love the principal? Do you trust the principal? Our panel before was very suspicious.
Alexis
remember that, yeah.
hated the principal.
Yeah, she did.
Since you weren't here to talk about that, how do you feel about the principal?
I have never questioned the principal.
Okay.
Oh gosh, now you guys are gonna make me like think about that all the time now.
It was
I'm
like
gonna
how
go
he was
forward.
talking before.
Real quick, one thing that does interest me, like what I would
Yeah.
love to know about that principal is how did he get that scar?
Yes.
Well, didn't they mention he was like experimented on?
Yeah, but like if that's the case, wouldn't he have scars all over his body instead of just his eye?
Yeah, good point.
I am curious.
You know,
Also-
I'm guessing something big went down.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But also because of his size, like, does he, like, we don't know all of his quirks, I feel like. You know, so I'm like, does he get bigger? Like, how, you know, how did he get that? Because I feel like because of his height, he might either have, like, agility or maybe, you know, he'd be easy to attack, I feel like. So does he have agility or what is his quirk, though?
He's a principal for a reason, I'll say that.
Exactly.
We do have a live chat going if you kind of were like, who's that person
guys.
we referred to? We have a live chat going. Thank you for everybody who's joining us in that. And if you're watching it later, please comment down below. And that other voice you heard is Tony making us look and sound good in the booth.
Heyo, Anthony Becerra here.
And then, real quick, because we talked about it too much before, but Renji says, wait, 13's female? Yes, we talked about that before. That's my final answer. All right, so then so it's pretty much while the students are waiting, you get to plan, watch, or test out your quirks together. What do you think you would have done, panel, and then viewers, listeners? Do you think you would have been planning, trying with your teammate? Do you think you would have watched? Like, Deku makes a good point of, like, watching other students and giving him inspiration. Uraraka is the same. Or do you think you'd be like, all right, Tenya's like, dude, let's go test out our quirks together?
Planning, definitely. Your guys are working together. Someone can't have more, as we've seen. We're going to talk about that. Someone can't have more responsibility than the other person. You guys have to work in a symbiotic relationship for this. You know, you have to also plan about the teacher and their quirk and take their quirk into consideration.
It just sucks because, you know, Deku and Bakugo clearly do not get along, but Deku he has an idea of all might and one for all, so he has that benefit. But he's also, I think it depends on, like, what kind of learner are you? Like, Deku is more of a, I guess, visual, and he, like, writes everything down. So I think he's kind of like, I can figure all that out later because I can strategize while I'm, you know, in the field, I guess you could say.
Good point.
So that's kind of how I feel about that.
It's kind of a blend of all three.
Yeah.
Like, and it depends on how good your quirks work together, and communication, which Recover Girl points out is like one of the biggest skills. Side note, Stoic the Dragon Eater says, Deku and Kachan are two exes that need to talk. yes.
Work it out.
All right, so then we also get a character, Sato, which we never really had seen his power before. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush. So, I mean, kind of cool, but kind of lame.
It's so lame, but I thought it was cute how they kind of...
It's funny.
They try to like tie a lot of things into reality, like not too much sugar or you'll get sick or like something bad will happen, or even like with like Mount Lady and being too sexily. That's how they said it in dubbed version. Oh. Like they kind of relate it to like celebrities and what's too much to wear, like what's little things like that. So I think they make everything really relatable from like schoolwork, group projects, all that.
So then we mentioned already, weakness is really what's being tested. Then we end, and it's like cliffhanger there with Sue and Tokoyami with ectoplasm, who is kind of a cool, scary teacher. I liked it.
Yeah, his name, his name was interesting, but I liked his voice a lot. Like I was like, ooh.
I need to hear. I'd be
dubbed,
curious what he sounds like in English.
he came off as like personally one of my favorite teachers. I
He
just
was
thought
very
he was
cool.
his character design was pretty rad to me.
I forgot he was a hero for a
And
second.
I was about to say, there's so many of the teachers that just come off looking like villains. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
glad you're on our side.
Yeah. Well, also how he speaks to them at the end, like he seems like a good teacher. Like we got to see a lot of other sides of the teachers as well, of like them wanting the students to do better. All right, episode 22, Yaoyorozu Rising. There we go. I have a dash here because I was talking about ectoplasm. His power is clones, which was kind of cool once you broke it down. Because at first, wait, what? Yeah.
Wait, this is from the chat, Renji90998, because I was thinking the same thing. This is why I'm bringing it up. Some people are shipping Sue and Tokoyami. What do you think? I was thinking that.
I kind of like it because, well, I mean, I'll just say I kind of like it, but I felt like their performance as well as the one with Yaoyorozu and Todoroki were
I
the
was
two
shipping them, too.
standout-
Yeah.
I was shipping
Yeah.
them too. But I think for me, those were the two stand out of all of the practical exams.
Dragon Video points out, did anyone notice he had stilts for legs? I didn't exactly notice it, but the fact that that's what they handcuff in the end, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And yes, I do kind of ship Todoroki and Momo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was like,
They're
yeah,
so cute.
once they got together, it's like, yeah.
And he's building
And
her
not
confidence.
that everybody has to hook up with everybody. Or anything like that.
Yes, we
it's
do.
just cute when you're like, oh.
But if they were to, you would support it.
Yes,
obviously, you know?
absolutely. So yeah, Ectoplasm points out, the teachers are not going to hold back, even though they have their handicap. 2 is Bamf during this fight scene. Man,
Yeah.
she's so good.
I love the line where I think it was Recovery Girl.
Yeah.
Someone said it that like Sue basically she doesn't have any like noticeable weaknesses. And whereas Tokoyami, he has to kind of deal with Dark Shadow. Dark Shadow can be a little bit much and kind of like uncontrollable
I loved
at
his
times.
personality. He was so like snappy. I was like, yes.
But it's nice. Sue was the perfect partner for him because Sue is so supportive of her teammate, as we've seen in the past episodes with her arc and her internship, and also with Deku back in when season 1, the finale.
Yeah.
Guys, I thought of their ship name.
Yeah.
Sukoyami.
Ooh.
Cute.
I like it.
Yeah.
They had funny moments too, because I like when she was like, "Go away, because I'm gonna be really gross right now."
I know. She's all,
like-
don't look.
I was like, "Wait, what's about to happen?"
Yeah.
And then I like how when you were saying Dark Shadow, I liked how he was basically he was like, he's so strong, and then Dark Shadow was like, "So am I." I just thought that was hilarious.
Oh, I just like that Dark Shadow was talking so much.
I
I was like,
know.
I didn't think he
He's
could talk
snappy.
much.
You didn't think he was like his own kind of like
Personality. Yeah. Well, then he goes, well, I pretty much helped win the fight.
I love
well,
it.
calm down, buddy. Tokoyami has his kind of weakness is close quarters fighting, which I was saying. All the students need martial arts training. Uraraka showed us that's important because what if your quirks aren't working or something? You need some sort of being able to fight. Yes, Dark Shadow was the other Bamf character in this episode. Back to that. That handcuff surprise when Sue get that back was a good like go kids go.
Yeah.
You guys were smart. Power loader, I'd be curious to see him get into that and out because it looks like he was a normal person and he's in a thing. So then I want to see what his power is outside of a loader. Because you're like, okay. But Ojiro and Tenya's fight is pretty quick. But the big lesson for Tenya, what do we think of? Okay, you got your friend out safely and you did not get injured. You're like, oh, let's rub some ointment on that burn a little bit. just a little bit. So I was glad that he learned his lesson. He's like, yeah, that's a good point. Eraserhead, yes, we got our Todoroki and Yaoyo. The
was a good
Russian
one.
dolls was super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
so
okay. Yeah. Wait, who?
I said it was so random until we
Oh,
learned.
random. Sorry, I thought you.
Said handsome.
didn't- yeah, I
that's
heard
what I thought. I was
handsome.
like, okay.
And I'm like, is that what it is? Sure. So yeah, the Russian dolls, which was kind of fun. Just keep making something. And their lesson was you should have talked out too much or talked more. And it was too much on just Todoroki, which is a good point.
Can
Yeah.
Quick, can I just say I totally called the whole flashbang thing. Like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I was hoping she'd make a bunch of flashbangs ahead of time instead of Russian dolls, and then that way,
Yeah.
once so they can have it at hand. So once they
Yes.
actually got their powers canceled, just toss them right at his face, and then
Yeah.
But it was still pretty cool how it all turned out.
Andrew Drew in the chat points out Sue's weakness is like frogs, doesn't like cold. But that's
So-
not really like
Don't
unless
get
they're in the cold.
get
But good
Todoroki
point.
mad.
Yes. Yeah.
Someone also said cars, which I thought was funny.
Car? Oh.
Frog. Yeah.
Oh my
Hey.
gosh.
Good one, chat. So the thing that was really hard to watch, but I'm glad she got it back, Yaoyo losing her confidence was very relatable too. Like if you have some things that kind of nick at your confidence level, then you're just at the bottom of like, I can't do anything. This sucks.
Yeah, but that was really relatable. Like I think we can all relate to that. I definitely related to her arc in this episode because, like, especially at her age, like we all go through. I still go through that too, and I'm not her age, but I really enjoyed her, like the success that her and Todoroki Icy Hot obtained against Eraserhead. Because I was like, oh my gosh, are they going to be able to do this? But I felt bad for Momo a lot in these past few this season because she really was kind of like the underdog. You know, you think she would be like the top of her class, and that was really getting to her. You know, with the games, she failed, and then I just think that she was kind of fading into the background against with everyone else. So I was really happy that they were able to pass.
I was too. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that, like, yeah, I'm very happy she got her confidence back. And I feel like she sees that she feels very similar to Todoroki because they both got in on recommendations. They're both, you know, top students. And yet he's outshining her in another element. And so that's probably why she felt so insecure. 'Cause she's like, you can do it so much better than me. But I'm glad he took the time to be like, no, let's work through this together.
Yeah, because I felt like, you know, everyone's comparing themselves to each other. And I like how they're all looking up to Deku, basically. Yeah. But, you know, just being under Mount Lady, it's like she felt like she's not learning, you know, what she wants to do, like, you know, Erotica. But I thought it was interesting how Aizawa was like, emotionally, she's still 15, whereas, like, everything else, she's, like, somewhat subpar. So I felt for the girl.
Well, then also she shines of picking up on Aizawa's weakness, and he even goes, well, if she picked that up, that's pretty impressive. And then I thought it was so cool when she did it was like Naito alloy or something like that. I wrote that one kind of quick. And that was super cool of, what is that? And she's like, I don't know what it's made of, but I'm going to try.
I got it.
And then also we get, Recovery Girl had the best side commentary of all these episodes because she goes, he's a big softie.
She's like a wise sage.
Yeah. But I like his recovery in terms of Momo picked up on, like, oh, you kind of held back. And he's like, no, I was waiting on the other attack. It was totally not you. And it's like, oh, because I love that moment too where he has his aside of, I would really want to help her, but that's not what we're doing right now. It's like, oh, I hope you do more later.
Yeah, in the beginning he was going after them, so.
Yeah. We got 13, we kind of talked about that. And what would Deku do? Do you like him?
Oh my gosh.
Ski desk. And she's like,
she's me.
I love how we kept seeing sparkling. Like, we kept seeing that scene in the last couple episodes, and she would always just, like, freak out whenever she would think about it.
Yeah. And she's
That's
like,
very
no,
relatable.
don't tell me. Stop it. Don't make me think about it. And now she's totally thinking about it.
Yeah.
Someone brings something up, and then that's all you can think about.
Yep, all day.
You're like, no, I'm not saying anything. Episode 23, Stripping the Varnish. Yes, Gunhead's training came in so handy, but dude, her no pupil eyeballs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I kind of like it.
I dug it
to see her
too.
just go into total fight mode
Yes.
and take down 13.
No.
That was amazing.
Yes. Sorry, I was just reading of some. So I loved her energy there.
I want to see more.
Yes.
Because, like, okay, she can do that, but I think she's only going to get better. And I'm so excited to see her fight scenes.
Yes.
And she needs a rematch with, who did she? Todoroki. I want to see that rematch.
Yes.
And then Ayawa, I might be saying his name wrong, but Belly Boy.
Sparkles.
I'm glad he did something because he's also
I forget about him.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that was the thing I mentioned in the manga. There's a character page of him, and even the author's like, I sometimes don't know what to do with them. I'm cool with that. It's very real.
Just let him sparkle.
Exactly. So the principal fight, man, we get our one group of people that ran out of time. So his quirk is high specs. So pretty much, I think it means he's just super smart planner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because high specs was an interesting translation of, sure.
Yeah,
because it's like 5 steps
Yeah,
ahead.
in the dub, it was it translated to he has like a power of chain reactions, like being able to make chain reactions, which was totally screwed over Mina. And I was so bummed because I love Mina.
Yeah.
So it was sucky to see them both fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also thinking like high specs was kind of like well, I see a lot of similarities to Rocky Raccoon a bit.
Okay.
And like how smart he was and how
Yeah.
like he was experimented on and how he has somewhat of a hatred for humans.
I
kind
had
of.
that exact same thought.
Yeah. And so like for me, High Specs was like he's not like he doesn't cause the chain reactions, but he's so calculated that he can like in an instant like calculate, okay, if I drop this building, this is gonna cause a chain reaction and so on and so on. So that's how I kind of interpreted his quirk.
Oh, it was super cool. And he goes, I left an opening for you too.
Yeah.
He gets a little crazy with power, though.
I thought it was funny because it felt like they were they were like rats in the maze, you
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty hilarious.
That was our Kaminari and Ashido. That was sad. They went too quick. I do like that Sue picked up on Belly Boy's comment to Uraraka. I was like, so what are y'all talking about?
Sue always asks those questions that like
Because
are
no
always
one hears.
put you in the hot seat, you know? And I love that about
Yes.
her.
Then we get, this was also a really fun one. We got Koda, Jiro, and Present Mike, which was kind of, I like that we explained a little bit more about Present Mike because I was wondering what the collar thing was. And it's like, oh, it's a directional speaker. Cool, because I was wondering if it amplified what his power was, but it's like, no. But Jiro, the animal voice, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool, because I'd been wondering, like, what does he do?
Yeah.
They called it Anna voice in the
Anna
dub.
voice,
I was like,
yeah.
interesting.
They translate it that way, yeah. But he's afraid of bugs.
I was not expecting that at all.
That was, yes. Then when, but it's scary though. Oh, sorry, Koda. Sorry, I said Jiro. Koda is our Anna voice. And Jiro's ears when they were bleeding.
Yeah.
Shit got real.
That was insane. Because I remember she was like clowning Jiro, or not Jiro. She was clowning the teacher. She was like, "Don't you just announce?"
Yeah.
But like that was like the worst enemy for her, the worst opponent for her. And I think that it was time for his codename is Anima. And it was cool for him to actually face his fears. Because I think that's what you have to do in this world. You have to face your fears and help your teammate.
Yeah.
And he can talk.
Yeah.
Yes!
You can talk.
Yes.
I like that comment. It's like, you can talk.
Yes. And so many bugs take him down. I was like, ugh. And here, Recover Girl's just like, really? That's how you lost?
To be fair, bugs are gross.
Their pairing was so cool too because he doesn't talk, and Earphone Jack is the one who talks a lot, and like she needs to listen to him, and he needs that was his moment to talk.
Yeah.
You know, and to step it up, and he did. And it was really cool.
But it teamed up well of her putting the earphone in the rock and everything. So again, building on it, communication. The other quick fight, we get I wrote Gunslinger, but then it was Snipe and his homing ability with our Invisible Girl and Shojiri. At the very end, we did the handcuffs and booby elbow. He's all bounce.
Invisible booby.
This was another fight I felt similar to kind of like Uraraka's with 13, where it's like kind of an advantage more so than any of the other students had.
Sure.
Yeah.
But invisibility, I want to see more with her powers because invisibility is like, okay, we get it. Like, you can sneak up on stuff, but like,
Yeah.
I need
want
more
more.
from you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can attest to that because I don't want her and some of the other characters because some of them just feel a little bit gimmicky, and I don't
Little
want
bit,
that because I
yeah.
feel like everyone's here for a
flat.
reason.
Yeah.
the other funny fight, Sarah Mineta,
Mineta.
and Midnight crying blood because a lot of fighting. Katsuki Bakugo origin, though I wanted more origin. I was thinking like, no, that's it. Just a couple flashbacks, and he liked All Might. Cool.
I'd love that as an OVA, just like little Bakugo and little Midoriya.
That'd be
Little
pretty-
Midoriya is adorable.
That'd be pretty rad. Yeah. I
Yeah,
would
they should
watch
do that.
There was a couple moments. How much do we like seeing All Might's one blue eye glowing?
That was
It's
fantastic.
all mwah.
I felt like All Might was the one teacher who really was just like, I am not holding back. I'm going to wreck you.
Yeah, you
I
definitely
thank
not.
you though.
You always destroyed Deku's bag.
But you know what though? My specific note, I'm like, I said Kachan being a brat, and then it was like, can he just get his ass whooped?
Yeah.
Wish
That's what
granted.
I
Yes.
wanted, and he did.
But wasn't that sweet? It was like a weird. For me, it was like a
it was
bittersweet.
a rough fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of painful to watch in terms of like, But I do like that Deku stands up and is like, stop yelling. This is why we can't have a conversation. So thank you. And Bakugo just trying so hard, but getting his ass whooped constantly was so rewarding. But how did we feel about in the end though? He was ready to let Deku win for the team.
I was just happy that he was giving All Might his props. Like, we know All Might is All Might, but I was just like, wow, Bakugo is actually like praising somebody else other than himself. So I was happy about that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I thought it was cute how like didn't Bakugo he like looked up to All Might and
Yeah.
then well now he kind of like doesn't he does but it was cool to see like how Deku also looked. It was like a weird chain. Deku looked up to Bakugo looked up to All Might, and now they're all like fighting each other. Like it's a triple threat basically. Like no one can get a word in, and
Yes.
it was just crazy to see. And I really didn't think that they were going to pass.
I didn't think so either, but I think that might add fuel to Bakugo's jealousy for Deku because he sees how close him and All Might are, and also like. Deku is getting like the ladies here, like everyone's loving Deku. So
And my point last week, I think I said when Bakugo he brought up how Deku was stealing his moves, so that was totally brought up as well.
Yeah.
So they just need to talk it out, you know.
hello power.
Squash it.
Sip some tea.
But in the end, Deku goes back for him, and it's like, I don't carry you. And
That's just who he is.
I know he's like that's just
Yes.
who I am,
He's
but
too
why?
yeah.
He's just too good.
And then Recovery Girl again is like, yo, you did this a little too hard. Hold it back. And Dragon Videos points out, yeah, poor All Might got really chewed out for being a real teacher. I think for Bakugo, absolutely, he needed that hard of a fight to be like, stop it. Like,
Yeah.
I get he's angry. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy that. But he needs to learn, like, this isn't working. It's like definition of insanity, doing the same thing over again and expecting different results. It's like, calm down.
Yeah.
So at the very end, we get Tamura with our villain with Giran, and he mentions they are saying this. He's all, who are these they? And we get some new villains.
Yes.
There we go. 25 encounter. So we meet Himiko Toga. I read my notes a little fast. I'm like, wait. And then Dabi. And there was a villain broker. That's our Giran. I'm like, okay.
Professional.
Okay. Yes. Then they have that standoff, like about to fight each other
That
moment.
was dope.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yes.
That was like a Mexican standoff.
So good.
It was
Because
nice.
we're like, what are these people going to do? And that was, yes. Remind us that they're villains. And then they're all excited about Stain, and poor Tamura's like, and he said are similar because they just destroy the thing they don't like, which is interesting. And then they have their creepy chat. Any moments in their chat that stood out to you guys? When they're sitting there, because it's like the All Might, why is everybody smiling? Because All Might can like save everyone.
Yeah, they all feel safe with him around.
And that's scary because it's like, okay, like they're really gonna. I feel like they're in the next season. They're really gonna go after All Might. So, and I don't even know if I can picture a world without All Might at this point because we're done with season 2. So I'm just wondering, like, everything's gonna go to hell if All Might is killed.
Right.
I mean, it's gonna be Deku though because he's saying this is how I became the world's greatest hero. So it's like, of course, it's gonna be passed on to him. But yeah, I just think they have this sick obsession with All Might. I'm like, I feel like they need to get their priorities together. Why just? I get it's All Might, but why just him? Like, calm it down.
Yes, Tony.
I was just thinking, like, going back to the hero story and all that, like, usually the hero does experience a tragic loss, and I'm guessing, like, I feel like probably the next 2 seasons or the next major arc is gonna be reminiscent of, like, The Empire Strikes Back, if you guys have seen the Star Wars, where they get their asses kicked at the end, and, like, the rebel forces are kind of, like, screwed, sort of.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be definitely a downer next season, but we'll see. Oh,
Okay.
who knows?
Yeah,
I
no
kinda-
spoilers,
kinda-
anybody.
kinda
Yeah.
hope so.
Deku, he has to talk with the police, the detective, and everything, and they make the great line come. Essentially, All Might points out, well, you can't save everyone, which was like, oh, real talk.
Stain.
Hashtag real talk. But he points out, well, you have to stand and smile because that is the fire of justice. So it doesn't matter if you can't do everything. You need to at least try.
It was good that All Might told him that because that's something Deku would definitely forever.
Yeah.
Study. Because I don't know if you guys noticed when they were doing like,
First episode of this, I believe, unless I don't think I went ahead, but I'm pretty sure it was it, and where All Might and him were talking, and he was like, "We meet again, one for all," and I'm
yeah,
like,
that's the thing I was saying. Of,
sorry.
Yeah, no. That was like they're going to defeat him this time.
yeah. So I'm like, so something's telling me that Tsukiyoki could possibly be like the predecessor, or he had something to do with you know,
Oh, the
fighting.
detective?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because All Might said, I'm counting on you again, Tsukiyoki. So I'm like, And then also Todoroki and his mom, so sweet seeing them
Yeah.
together. So I'm really hoping that she somehow can help him with his ice quirk. Like, sure, he already knows how to use it, but I'm sure she could help him or help her regain certain memories, like whatever might be going on with her. And then Bakugo and Aizawa, something's telling me like they could, not that they'd be villains, but I think Aizawa is a little bit envious of All Might because he made a comment earlier. So if you guys know what it is, let us know in the live chat. But he had said something around like along the lines of, I noticed you were really close with Deku, and then All Might said in his head, like, you've been watching Aizawa. Something like that. So I'm like, And then Bakugo, I feel like his hatred is so deep, and even Aizawa noticed it, like, you're getting worse.
Oh, yeah.
What if, not that he would become a villain, but he'd be so hypocritical to his own calling as a hero that he'd almost be a villain in a sense, you know, to the actual heroes, because he has such a vengeance. So it's like, I know that was a lot, but those are my predictions.
I think Bakugo definitely has a possibility to become a villain because he's just so. There's so much energy there that needs a better way to direct it.
Yeah.
It's like, or
He's all over
like,
the place.
I want someone to get through to him.
Yeah.
Anybody to be like,
And maybe-
so, tell me why you're so
Choco?
angry.
And maybe becoming a villain or getting on that road will show him that it's not okay, and maybe
Yeah.
that will actually change him and become a better
360
hero.
and go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I
He's
dig
my
it.
little mini Vegeta.
There's only so much tantrums that I can take personally.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay. Well, that wraps up season 2. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining us in the live chat. Our winners who won the headbands, I mailed those out, so hopefully you'll be getting those soon. And then, stay tuned for the interviews from the red carpet for the special movie premiere, and also check out Funimation. Look up My Hero Academia. There'll be other screenings at theaters, hopefully near you later on this month and in October.
I gotta get me a ticket.
And you. And that pretty much wraps us up for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We'll go down the panel. Ollie, where can people find you online?
Hey guys, I'm Ollie Drennan. Follow me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer, and check me and Jaimi out on the Purge After Show on AfterBuzz TV at 8 p.m. and also on Horror Movie News on the Popcorn Talk Network on Tuesdays at 4.
Hey guys, it's Jaimi Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or IG at Jaimi Gray. And yes, we have a show coming up for The Purge. If you like scary stuff, stay tuned for it. And yeah.
What's up, guys? I'm Veronica Valencia. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at It's Me Veronica_V. You can also catch me Mondays on the Attack on Titan after show at 8 p.m.
Woo! And my name's Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And on shows on Sunday at 7 p.m. for Winona Earp. At a box office breakdown, we talk about what movie